How to make Facebook ad hooks that convert. Today I have a very fun video for you guys. We're actually gonna be playing a game today where I'm actually gonna be showing you a few different headlines slash hooks that have worked really well. And I'm basically going to quiz you and see what you do. And you're gonna drop your answer below in the comments. But we're gonna be diving into hooks, headlines, those key things right here. Because I was reading this book called Tested Advertising Methods. Again, Tested Advertising Methods. And I actually pulled this from that book right there. So just give you guys a little preface, but we'll learn some cool stuff about headlines and hooks, how to make your headlines and hooks way better inside of your Facebook ads. So let's get started. So first off, hooks. What is a hook? And if you create an image ad or a video ad, it's going to be the first thing that people see on the text right here. So this is a photo ad right here. So this is the hook on this photo ad. If this was a video in the first 3 seconds had this text right here, that's the hook. It's that text people see. Now, there's the Facebook headline, which is kind of below the creative. Then there's the body copy, and then there's the hook on the creative. I solely believe that 80% of the stopping power comes from that hook and visual hook. So you have the text hook and the visual hook. So they both coincide with each other. But that text hook is super, super important because it's the type of people that attracts your ideal audience to watch that creative or look at that creative if it's a photo. Now, why do hooks fail? And the biggest things is that it's pure curiosity. Like people will say things that just drives curiosity. That's it. So you get a high stop rate, but you have very, very poor conversions because you're just grabbing anyone and everyone. And it's purely just curiosity. Another one is too clever. They try to be too clever with the hook that people miss the mark. I see this so often with, fresh copywriters and fresh advertisers that are writing like hooks and headlines. They try to be too clever to where it misses the mark. So, and another one is that, I don't have it listed right here, but another one is it attracts the wrong audience. And we'll go over a few hooks and headlines today that attracts the wrong audience. Now, the hooks that win, they call out the right audience, they promise a benefit, and they make people want to read more. So on top of calling out the right audience and calling out a benefit or promising a benefit, it still makes you curious enough to want to continue to read. Just like this YouTube title right here, how to make Facebook ad hooks that convert. It drives curiosity, but also it promises a benefit to it. Now, let's play a game. Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a product. And again, I pulled this from Tested Advertising Methods. So some of these products won't necessarily be like Facebook ad products, but use context on how you apply this to Facebook ads. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a product. Then I'm gonna show you 2 hooks on a slide. So basically I'm gonna give you like A and B, and you're going to pick the right or wrong hook. Now, all of these hooks are very good. So just be clear here that this is gonna be a little difficult. And then basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you your answer. There's 10 hooks, and I want you to keep track of all 10, which ones you got right. Again, like this just to kind of see where you're at in the spectrum. Don't beat yourself up if you get a low score. And I want you to comment that score below. Please be, ethical about this. This is actually kind of fun to do. So, don't be the person that like skips through and gets a perfect 10, but, purely cheated on the test. So yeah, so let's do this. Let's begin and let's review some hooks. So this is a product on how to start a business from home. So this is a course that teaches you how to start a business from home. All right, just think about that for a second. A course that teaches you how to start a business from home. All right, here's our 2 hooks. To a $25,000 man or woman who would like to be making $50,000. Or here's proof that this training pays financially. All right, make your decision in your head because we're going to be going over and looking at the winning hook here in 1, 2, 3. All right, so to a $25,000 man or woman who would like to be making $50,000. This is the hook that worked well for this. Now, let me just specify real quick why this worked. Number one, it calls out a specific dollar amount, and also it calls out a specific audience. So when I say dollar amount, it calls out that, hey, for people who would like to be making $50,000. Now, from a dollar amount, from an audience, it calls out people who are roughly doing about $25,000 a year, which could even say is kind of close to like minimum wage or, your lower wages from there. Now, I'm just going to preface this real quick with the fact that for Facebook, if you were to write a headline like this for Facebook, you could still say like to a $25,000 man or woman because you're calling out an audience, but you couldn't specify $50,000. Actually, it's not illegal, but you can't make any solid income claims like, hey, if you purchase this product, you will make $100,000. Now, what you can do is you can do a testimonial from someone who actually got results from your product. And you could say, here's how Susie here's how Susie went from $25,000 a year to making $50,000 a year. So it's still saying the same thing, but it's not making a hard claim. It's just showing how this one person did that. It's not saying, hey, if you buy this course, you will make this amount, even though it's kind of under the same circumstances. And two, it has to be legit. You can't say, here's how Susie did that. And if the FTC ever audits you and you can't produce a Susie that actually did that, you're going to have some severe issues legally with that. So just want to kind of call that out real quick, just so you guys can understand how you can actually apply this to Facebook ads right there. So, but yeah, we've seen some success with brands that are selling courses and stuff like that. Hey, here's how Susie went from $25K a year to $50,000 a year. All right. Now, I'm not sure if it'll work for you or not. There's a good chance it probably won't work for you actually, but it worked well for Susie because Susie actually put the work in and the effort and stuff like that to make it work for her. So, it's potential, but we can't guarantee that at all. Now if you're saying, hey, guarantee to make $50,000 by taking this product, that becomes an issue right there. All right, let's go over to the next product, hair growth. So think of a product that, maybe you can rub in your head and it'll grow hair. That's all it does. Okay. All right. 60 days ago, they called me baldy. Okay. If I can't grow hair for you in 30 days, you get this check. All right. I'm going to reveal the winning headline in 3, 2, 1. All right. 60 days ago, they called me baldy. So actually, out of all of these was like one of them that tricked me too. I actually got this one wrong as well. But let's just kind of break this down of why this worked well. 60 days ago, they called me baldy. Number one, it's a transformational one. So what I mean by transformational is that it shows a transformation. It's worded in a way that, it's worded in a clever way, but a clever way that works well. Okay. So it calls out the right audience, and that's people who are basically looking to go from baldy to something else. If they used to call me baldy, then what just so happens? It implies, understand this, it implies a benefit that you'll no longer be called baldy. And what's the opposite of that? It means you have a full head of hair, stuff like that. So another solid one right here. 60 ago, they called me baldy. 60 days ago, they called me broke. Just to like kind of like put you guys in another perspective right there. 60 days ago, my creatives did not convert at all. All right. So again, just kind of throwing out some key things right there. All right, product. This is a life insurance. So for those who are not familiar with life insurance, basically just, if something happens to you in the future, like you die or some shit like that, what'll happen is life insurance will actually go and pay your family and your friends and stuff like that. So it's something you invest in essentially to where it takes care of your family members and whoever's on your life insurance policy with some financial backing. So that way you don't leave them with nothing. So this is life insurance. Here's one question you shouldn't ask your wife. The next one is get rid of money worries for good. All right, pick your hook and let's look at the next one. 3, 2, 1. All right. Get rid of money worries for good. Now, why does this work well? Because this one right here promises a benefit from reading this article or watching this video or whatever it is. If I watch this, it's going to show me like how to get rid of monies for good. All right. Now, the next one is playing the piano course. So course essentially on playing the piano or, how to play your piano, whatever you want to call it. I'm saying that's so wrong. All right. A few months ago, I couldn't play a note. Here's a strange way to learn music. Here's a strange way to learn music. A few months ago, I couldn't play a note. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Here's a strange way to learn music. This is actually one of the few ones that I actually, got wrong as well. And, now that I look back at it, I understand why. And that's because this one promises a benefit right here. Here's a strange way to learn music. Whereas a few months ago, I couldn't play a note. It doesn't really promise a benefit. It arouses more curiosity. And the other one, while it's curious, it also shows a benefit to it. Now, this one's also too, if you look at it, a few months ago, I couldn't play a note. This almost kind of goes with the 60 days ago, they called me Baldy. So this is kind of close to that one. So that's also why it confused me as well. So the only thing I can say is also with Here's a Strange Way to Learn Music is that it's a lot more specific to the headline. Now, again, I got these from the book Tested Advertising Methods, and they said, Here's a Strange Way to Learn Music actually outperformed significantly over a few months ago. I couldn't play a note. So just also too, like this is all backed headlines as well for this. But yeah, so it's a very specific benefits that you get if you go for this. And also too, it's also Here's a Strange Way to Learn Music. So on top of being a benefit, it's also calling out a specific audience of people that's looking to learn how to play, a musical instrument. Whereas a few months ago, I couldn't play a note. That could be like, maybe this could be like a good sub headline, for example. So like, Here's a Strange Way to Learn Music. And then boom, like below it, a few months ago, I couldn't play a note, maybe. But yeah, so just want to kind of throw a little further analysis for you guys. What I think about these. Next one is retirement planning. So you essentially, use this type of product in your earlier, maybe like 20s or 30s. You'll use this product in like your 20s, 30s or something like that. Essentially where you kind of put a little bit of money away each month with every check and to essentially make sure you have enough of retirement to when you can retire when you get older. So here is the two headlines: a vacation that lasts for the rest of your life, how you can retire on a guaranteed income for your life. All right, 3, 2, 1. How you can retire on a guaranteed income for life. Now, here's the why this one worked this well, because this is a great example of driving curiosity just to drive curiosity. A vacation that lasts the rest of your life. Like, you immediately actually think of a real vacation. Whereas how you can retire on a guaranteed income for your life, this is more specific and promises the benefit that we need. So like a vacation that lasts the rest of your life, don't get me wrong. Like that's a benefit. It implies a benefit because that's a benefit being able to be on like vacation the rest of your life. But it puts you in the wrong mindset compared to how you can retire on a guaranteed income for life. It's a lot more specific to what our audience wants. The next one is the Wall Street Journal magazine. So, before digital and these phones and stuff like that, you used to get this magazine in the mail. It's like this like stack of papers that have like pictures and like, little like articles and stuff like that. And that's one of the ways we'd consume content back in the day. Now we got these things called phones. So we don't really get these magazines anymore. So just going to educate you guys for those who kind of forgot what magazines are. But yeah, so this is the Wall Street Journal. So basically writing ads for the Wall Street Journal. How $27 started me on the road to $75,000. Some $75,000 jobs are looking for applicants. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right. How $27 started me on the road to $75,000. This was an easy one, guys. So let's just take a quick look at it. How $27 started me on the road to $75,000. He's basically just talking about how like the magazine itself, only $27, and it started me on the road to $75,000. So it didn't say, hey, it made me $75,000. It just said it started putting me on the right track to making that type of income. So no promise. It does promise a benefit, but it doesn't promise a benefit. It implies a benefit that you'll make more if you read this magazine. Now, some $75,000 jobs are looking for applicants. This right here makes it seem like it's a job posting article. So like it's attracting people that are basically looking for these types of jobs right here. So just keep in mind on that. All right. So product weekly book review magazine. So I want you guys to just think about really quick when I make my YouTube videos where I'm reviewing ads. And I just kind of like give you guys a video that just sits down and reviews a bunch of ads. That's exactly the same thing here, but it's a weekly magazine. So instead of like you pulling out on your phone, you're actually getting a magazine from Nick Theriot that's reviewing different ads. And that's it. Then I'm breaking them down. So I just want you to keep that in mind before I show you these next hooks. Now, except instead of ads, for this one, it's books. This fascinating literary circle now open to you. Can you talk about books with the rest of them? All right, 3, 2, 1. Can you talk about books with the rest of them? So this is the one that actually won the best. And this is actually an interesting one too, because honestly, I quite frankly got stuck on this one as well. So let's just take a look real quick. This fascinating literary circle now open to you. So the reason why this one did not win is because this one, it implies that it's more of like a book club. And this is a magazine that gets delivered to their door with a bunch of reviews from different books. So this right here would attract the wrong audience. It would attract people looking to join a book club. So that one's completely scratched off. But this one right here, this is one of those cuts kind of like, okay, this is kind of clever, you know, where it's like, it's borderline clever that I would really push for. Can you talk about books with the rest of them? So, you know, maybe for someone who subscribes to, you know, for example, if you watch my YouTube videos for ad reviews, you know, you likely want to watch these ad reviews, and, you know, you might even want to talk about ads with me. So maybe that's kind of like the objective with this one right here. People want to be able to talk about books and stuff like that, like these people in these magazines and stuff. So that's why they read these magazines. Maybe if I understood the market a little bit more, I could actually kind of give a better analysis right there. But that was my best take of why this headline and kind of hook worked well. But yeah, and obviously, yeah, this one did work the best in this test right here. All right, next one is a product, which is a dancing course. So this course literally teaches you how to dance. Why good dancers are more popular than walkarounds. How a faux pas made me popular. All right, this is just like, I forgot it. I want to say it's either Italian or French. An Italian or French kind of like acronym or something like that. All right, 3, 2, 1. So this one, how a faux pas made me popular. This one actually won. Now, why? Because it implies the benefits of becoming popular. Now, this one also too, I struggled with because I didn't really know what this was. So that's also another thing you have to really keep in mind. Now, if I'm targeting a specific group of people that, you know, like dance and they have like some level of sophistication in dance niche, then maybe they understand this word and that's why it worked well. But for the most part, I chose this one as well. If you chose this one, so no like problem at all. And why? Because I didn't understand this, so I just went with this one right here. But I do understand, you know, this fall pass made me popular. I understand the benefit part, but this one also too still kind of implies the benefit why good dancers are more popular than walkarounds. The only problem with this is that they're already kind of like we're targeting good dancers, whereas like we're trying to teach people how to dance from the beginning. So just again, just showing you guys some different perspectives on that. All right. A treatment for nerve disease. I messed this up wrong, but basically what this means is that, hey, people have a nerve disease and there's a treatment that we are pushing for them. Okay. Thousands suffer from sick nerves and don't know it. Have these symptoms of nerve exhaustion. Okay. 3, 2, 1. All right. This one won right here. Now, this one was also a pretty clever one. Not clever one, but like a pretty direct one that I chose correctly as well. Why? Because thousands suffer from sick nerves and don't know it. It's like, I don't care. Like it's not like a what's in it for me. And I see a lot of people make this claim and it just, I don't know, doesn't work. Have these symptoms of nerve exhaustion, question mark. This actually looks good because I'm actually calling out, and people who kind of have like this idea, or I'm calling out people that are curious in this, and people are kind of going through and testing themselves. And when I say testing themselves, they're going through these symptoms and seeing if they're like diagnosing with them. So, but it arouses the right curiosity. And then also too, it implies the benefits that, you know, if they read this, they're going to get some level of benefit from it. So, all right. And this is the actual last one right here. And this is a set of books containing top literature from around the world. So think of like kind of like some National Geographic books, I want to say. This is the one that I was kind of unclear of what this is. So I also got this incorrect, but how to get rid of an inferiority complex. The writings in these immortal books are as stirring as the mightiest deeds of history. All right, 3, 2, 1. How to get rid of an inferiority complex did win. Now, again, look, I had an issue with this one as well because I didn't have enough context on the product. And this is a big thing. Like if you don't have enough context on the product, it's hard to be able to talk about these key things without having more context, because if you better understand the product, you can better understand what's the benefit, what's the audience wants, and those things like that. So I didn't really understand the product, so I kind of went with the writings, and these immortal books are as stirring as the mightiest deeds of history, because it's kind of like it drives curiosity and it also kind of promotes the books a little bit. Now, with that being said, how to get rid of an inferiority complex does not promote the books at all. It actually implies a benefit of people reading the book. And this again is the common theme. And when we talk about the product and the product and kind of like what the product is, it doesn't really get as much like strength. But if we talk about a benefit people are looking for and imply that in the headline, it does substantially better because it's focused on the people. And hooks and headlines, they need to be focused on your audience, not your product. So just keep that in mind. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is something different. If you guys want to see more of this, I can keep pulling out some more kind of like these quizzes type videos. I would love to do more. I think they're pretty fun. I'd love to do some more. So drop some comments below. Drop your score below as well. I love how many you got right. Be honest, like, you know, there's really, like, if everyone says that tennis is boring, so I would like to see some people have different scores and stuff like that. And if you see any type of headlines or anything like that you have questions about, drop them below, because I would love to chat to you more about that. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you know, if you're interested in me having to run your ads, I've done over $100 million in revenue for clients with Facebook ads. So click the link below to book a call with me and my team. Or if you want me to mentor you, also click the link below to be mentored by me. I teach a lot of people how to build better ads that convert and level up as a marketer, and love to help you out as well. So thank you all for watching. My name is Nick Theriot. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.